And we're here. Gabby's closing the door. Who do we have in the back seat? It's Mr. Tim.
I'm here.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Kia Honda channel. My name is Charlotte, and here is Gabby. Never mind, she's walking around.
No, Gabby.
Okay, she's closing the trunk. But today it's the last Friday of the month, which means we are spending some time dedicated to answering your guys' questions in real time. And if you were not able to catch this video, who are you?
Oh, my name is Gabby.
It's Gabby. If you were not able to catch this video in live time and you still want to ask your questions, feel free to leave them down below as a regular posted comment. Okay.
I don't have a device for reading comments today, so I'm going to spend a lot of time squinting at Charlotte's iPad.
So we're sharing today. So it's a good thing I remembered mine today.
Chris said, I'm pretty sure you boast about mopping the floors.
That's a Pat Hart job, actually.
It's actually a Tim and Pat job.
Yeah, they actually primarily mop the floors, which is very nice of them.
So when you own a dealership or when you're a general manager, you get the opportunity to mop the floor, right, Tim?
Do all the jobs nobody else wants to do.
Zamboni.
Yes.
That's the fun part.
A couple of people saying hello. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Marty says the K5s are going to start arriving at U.S. dealerships in May. I'm sorry to hear that they aren't being delivered to Canada anymore.
Yeah.
Believe us, we are also sorry.
I was very upset about that, especially because
Yeah.
they just refreshed it this year, too.
And it looks
so
great.
good.
It looks great. I saw it in New York up against the K4 together. They both look fantastic. I loved the calipers that they did for the K5. But if you guys are in the U.S. and you see them, send us a photo.
Send us a pic,
Send us a pic. We would love to see them.
Or if you're from the U.S. and you're visiting Ontario and you want to stop by and let us film your car.
Even better.
Even better.
Please. Here's a question for Uncle Tim. What is your favorite suit color?
Green.
You guys already know that. It's blue.
Yes. I think they were trying to trick you.
Yep. That's my favorite color.
Can I put a deposit down for an EV3? So I would say yes, although there is no official trim levels or pricing yet. So it'd be a very, very, very early deposit. I guess mostly just to secure your spot in line for when ordering does open.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
Tim and I were talking about the EV5 this week and looking to see if we could even do an order for them. We can't do it as of yet, but we can create an internal list, similar to what we've done with the EV6 and the EV9 in the past.
I'm assuming there'll probably be some sort of Kia Canada ordering thing, what they did with the EV9. Where
a pre-order.
Pre-order event. Any details on the Tasman? Nothing official for us, but there has been some images that have been released.
Yeah.
Looks really cool.
So we posted one on the community forum of our YouTube page, and that was specifically on Australia. It had a custom livery on it. Again, just to kind of hide some of the body lines too and some of the other details. I'm really excited to see it. I haven't seen if it's confirmed for Canada yet. It's just been telling me Asian markets, Australia, and the Middle East. But I think it is.
I think we'll get it too,
I think, yeah.
Can you have more videos on tech features and how to use them? So I think we've done every tech feature that's available so far yet. You might have to look. There might be some older videos from like 2 or 3 years ago, but from as far as I know, I think we've done everything. However, if there's something you can't find, let us know. I'd be happy, or we would be happy to make a video on it.
Yep. So if there is something, go ahead and leave it in the comments if there's a specific tech feature too.
Absolutely. Gabby, do you feel any engine heat from Logic Motors when you lay near the engine bay after you drive it for a while? So
Great question.
No, you don't.
Mark says, checking in on while in vacation in Hilton Head. Very nice.
Nice.
Hi, Gabby, Charlotte, and Tim. Good afternoon. Have a great weekend. Love the videos. Thank you, David. David, you always send us such nice messages.
Yes, always. All the comments are always so super sweet.
What do you think of the Kia truck name? Do you find it suitable for how it looks? I think it's a cool name. I really like it.
I think it's super cool. Very cool. So a lot of Kia's product is named after locations, like obviously Sorento, Sedona. Well, we don't have Sedona anymore, but
Telluride.
Telluride, yep.
Telluride, Colorado.
Forte.
Forte.
Where's Forte?
I'm joking.
I don't know.
I was gonna say, I need a map stat. So I think that very much fits that nameplate too.
Let's see. When is Tim being featured on the podcast? So never, because when Tim starts talking.
No. Listen, I've asked this man to do it with me twice, and he said no.
I bailed out of it a couple times because we were busy. So that's the truth.
As soon as Tim
And-
saw Charlotte walk in today, he's like, "Great, I don't have to do the live
He's like,
video."
oh, thank goodness.
I'm out.
But he's still here.
Yeah, I'm still here. This is my wife's new Sorento, so we're
It
very
is,
excited about that. Yeah, wolf gray.
Let's see. I like how Tim squints trying to make sense of the comments.
Yeah, you're right. I'm getting old.
Yeah.
Not getting old. I am.
You are old.
Yeah.
It was just your birthday last week. How old did you turn?
64.
Oh,
40 years in the car business.
yeah. Uncle Tim.
Twice
Uncle
as long as
Tim.
these two.
Yeah. Well,
Have been
I mean,
alive.
Well,
Yes,
pretty well.
that's true.
Connor. Yeah, for sure. Connor.
Let's see. I know you can store the back shade in the underfloor storage, but the 12-volt battery in the way on the hybrid is in the way in the hybrid. Did I see that correctly? Yeah, so it gets a little tricky with the hybrids. Also depends on the car. So if it's something larger, you might have a bit more space. If you can specify the car, I can try to
Think about
backtrack
it
in my
and
memory.
actually look at it.
Yeah.
But again, generally when it comes to like EVs, PHEVs, even I guess not really as much HEVs, but you can be limited in the under cargo storage pocket again, just because of the way that the vehicle is actually built.
I can't decide between the Sportage PHEV and the Sorento PHEV. By the way, the EV9 was so fun to test drive. The EV9 is incredible. It's, I guess, a tough choice between the Sportage and Sorento. Both of them are great, obviously, especially the PHEV variants. Great fuel efficiency. If you get to charge it, you get the same amount all-electric range. I would say, obviously, the Sportage would be a little bit more efficient just because it is a smaller vehicle. Depends on how much you want to spend. And I guess.
So it depends on how many passengers you're going to be having. And then also the amount of cargo space. We've done a couple comparison videos on the actual body of the Sportage and the Sorento. And then obviously you just have to take into account the PHEV variants of them. But if you want to look at a comparison, we have done a couple breaking it down. It just depends again on what features you're after. But I'd say the biggest thing is going to come down to cargo space, but also passenger volume.
And how long you want to wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, both of them have a very long wait time. Sorento is a little bit tricky right now because it's going through that refresh cycle, right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Personally, I'm a Sportage girl.
yeah,
Gabby is a Sorento girl.
yeah. Although I do think I like the Sportage PHEV more than the Sorento PHEV. But I like the gas Sorento more than I like the gas Sportage.
Yes, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
I get what you mean.
Let's see. I want to hear about being a GM. Tim, can you talk a little bit about
Tim.
being a GM?
Sure.
All right,
Absolutely.
go for it.
We are actually going to do a podcast on it, so it's interesting.
Where are we now?
Are we?
But the unfortunate part is I wasn't available, so that was the problem. Being a GM is you do every person's job, and that's the fun
Mopping the
part.
floors,
Media.
media,
Anything that you want to do, change the lot,
cleaning the bathrooms.
cleaning the bathrooms.
Yeah.
I have done that.
I see a
wait a
great question come in. No, keep going though.
Okay. But yeah, no, you do every job. Like you're in service. You're talk about servicing, service advisors, talking to the techs, making sure we're doing okay. We got a new alignment machine. We're very excited.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nice. When did that come?
That came this week, so
Grades.
almost $50,000. So we've got to do a lot of alignments to pay it off.
I volunteer at Jackson's to make sure everything's calibrated
This is
correctly.
lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Let us know if you guys want to do an alignment.
yeah, it's like having your own business. Like you're checking, make sure there's salt down on the sidewalks when you come in the wintertime. You plow, you do everything. So it's a fun job. What's that one?
Bulletin Blair, so Blair Matthews,
Yeah.
asked if, or says he wants to know about the snowplow incident. Which one?
Which one?
Yeah, there's multiple.
I've hit things with the snowplow.
You've hit people.
I've hit people with the snowplow. I
It
actually
was just
backed into
employees though.
It's
So
Yeah,
it's
don't
fine.
worry.
Sorry. I have backed into the sign up front very quickly, and that wasn't a good thing. So yeah, we've done some damage with it. I think Garth hit the building with the snowplow,
Yep.
It's fine.
so he took a chunk out of the building. But yeah, it's all real stuff, Blair. That yeah, we're very talented here.
You hit multiple souls, and then Mr. Pat Hart also hit multiple souls.
All in
We
one
hit-
day.
All in one day.
We hit 3 souls in one day, so that was a good day. But that was, thank goodness the owner did it, so I felt a lot better.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, that's all real stuff in the car business.
Oh man.
I don't know, because I've never done any of that.
I've only hit Gabby.
Yes, Charlotte's hitting me
I
with
pinned
a
her
car.
against a wall.
With a car.
In that thumbnail, yeah, I was driving.
I think that's important
Yeah.
to know.
Obviously, the Ioniq 5N is way out of budget. Is the regular Ioniq 5 or EV6 still fun to drive?
Yes.
Absolutely. You're still
Yeah.
getting that instant acceleration and torque off of the line. Obviously, you are on lower horsepower, but you're still gonna get increased range, which is great. And then a lot of times in those vehicles, you're also gonna see a little bit more features too, like panoramic sunroof, electronically controlled seats. So it's probably more comfortable and still super fun to drive.
So the EV6 Land all-wheel drive, for example, it's all-wheel drive. It's got good range, which is what most people want in EV, and it's by far our top seller. 320 horse, 446 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot of horsepower, more than what most people were getting in their gas cars. Because unless you bought a performance gas vehicle, you're probably not pushing over 300 horse, right, Tim? Like,
Oh.
Don't ask him. He's the worst one to ask in this situation.
Absolutely. Like people talk about horsepower, and they're talking about horsepower in V8 trucks.
Yeah.
From 25 years ago, a 350 V8 was 265 horsepower.
Yeah.
And now today, and we had this conversation with a customer this morning. He talked about Toyota Prius.
You talked about Toyota Prius.
And we brought it up.
It
And
was you.
They started in 1997. Toyota Prius, but it went worldwide in 2020. So that car's been around a long time, and everyone said it wouldn't last.
Yeah.
It was just a fad car. Everyone wanted to drive it in California, and we're hearing this exact same thing about EVs today.
Yeah. So we actually mentioned the Toyota Prius in a very similar circumstance in our podcast episode, which will be coming out on Sunday at 9 a.m.
Yes.
So stay tuned
Did
for
we
that.
Oh, did you?
Did we? Did we in the reshoot? Yeah, we did.
We did mention it in our Dieselgate podcast.
Yeah, we
too.
also mentioned it in Dieselgate too.
But all things that technology is talking about, and I read some of the comments from yesterday, and it was just like, boy, you guys have to be prepared for EVs. Whether the people hate them in the U.S., they're being very well received in Canada. So
I think something to consider is
yeah.
everyone likes to stay with what's comfortable. Not a lot of people like change, and that totally makes sense. Whether you like it or not, is a lot of manufacturers are making the commitment to expand their EV lineup, and that is the way that right now current trends are showing the auto industry to go. So if Gabby and I say something like we are going to be seeing EVs in the future, it's not like ladies, you are so wrong. We're not seeing EVs. Like we are, and that's okay. We're still going to see great ICE vehicles being manufactured too, but we are going to see an increase in EVs. It's dark in here now.
When are CNG working so I can come pick their brains to narrow down my vehicle choice? We work every day.
yep.
Well, I don't work Fridays. This is a special appearance.
For
I was in the
people.
neighborhood. Okay, I want to make sure I'm getting some questions.
Some real questions.
Yeah. Can you sell new cars to Americans for registration delivery in the U.S.? No, we do not do that. Actually, with a lot of vehicles nowadays, you have to sign a non-export agreement. So specifically the EV9.
Yeah.
Has the new vehicle inventory in general back to pre-COVID time, or still any popular model trims still need to wait 6 months plus?
Yeah, so some cars we have on ground that are available to sell, but things like the Telluride, anything hybrid, anything plug-in hybrid, it still has a wait time, right?
Yeah.
Carnivals.
Yeah, Carnivals.
The nice part is, the last time we had cars in inventory were 17 cars in September of 2021. So today we have about 18 cars in 2024 as of today that are available for immediate delivery, and we've done video on that as well. So it is getting better. It's not to where it was before yet, but it is getting better.
I saw a question about the terracotta orange on the new Santa Fe and when it'll be available. So I don't directly work for Hyundai. We film our Hyundai stores vehicles. We have yet to see it yet. I'm assuming maybe it's going to roll out when the hybrids start coming out. Maybe they started just building them later, but I don't have a set answer on that. I can try to ask our Hyundai store and get back to you guys on Monday's live stream for that. Sorry.
Our Bluetooth paired there.
Yeah.
Very informative videos, guys. Thumbs up. I could only make a decision after watching a bunch of your videos. Oh, and guess what? I did buy Kia Niro EV, and I'm really happy with it after 7 months of use. Awesome. We're really glad to hear that. Glad that you found them helpful. Awesome.
I think Kia Niro today is probably our best value vehicle.
Absolutely.
And when you look at EVs, it's a great entry versus going HEV or PHEV in that model. So it's good to see.
Battery tech is still advancing quickly enough that I want to hold off on getting an EV for another generation or two. Yeah, that's completely fine. We're not saying we're not pushing EVs, like saying, oh, everyone needs to go and buy an EV as their next vehicle right away. If you're not ready for it, it's okay. But we are going to see a more rollout of them, and hopefully, even as you see it and tech continues to evolve, it may even be something you become more comfortable with too.
Yep. Is there any word when the new Sorento PHEV will be available? So we do know, if you look at Kia Canada's website, the 2024 model of the hybrid and the PHEV Sportage still looks the same as last year. So it still has that original look, original configuration. But for 2025, that's when we'll get the refresh that we have in the current gas Sorento, which makes me think, I don't think we're going to get any 2024 hybrids or plug-in hybrids Sorento-wise.
No, you won't see them.
Yeah,
and
so
if you do see one or two, it'll be a shock.
Yes. When will Evie make her podcast debut?
She doesn't say much.
Let's see. Can you scroll up? Oh,
Yeah.
I saw this about the Highway Drive Assist 2. What happens when HDA2, so Highway Drive Assist 2, is engaged and there's an obstacle on the road? Will the car avoid it? So Highway Drive Assist 2, in the way that it's different from number 1, Highway Drive Assist 1, is it incorporates machine learning. So the more you drive it, the smarter it gets. It also has evasive steering assist and automatic lane change assist. So if it sees something like, I don't know, a blue bin or something on the road, it should warn you. We have yet to try it though. That's something that I'm a little frightened to try, but because we can't put something on the highway and it only works on the highway. You know what I mean? It's not like something we could just do in our back lot here. But that's what it's advertised as. So I'm going to assume it'll give you a warning. But it is capable of evasive steering and, of course, lane correction, speed limit monitoring, that kind of stuff.
Do you have a web page for new cars that you have in inventory?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Not only do we have our inventory posted on our regular website, which is brantfordkia.ca,
Correct.
but we also have a list of our incoming inventory units, meaning that they're vehicles that are actually built, whether they're on sea, in transit, or sitting at compound, or actually in stock at the dealership. And we do update that weekly, so if you want one, you can put your name on it.
You can always give us a call. I do it every day, every morning. I'm double checking to see availability of cars.
Yes, very much so.
Yep. Serialized cars, real serial numbers.
Glenn said, oh, it learns from your driving. That's pretty neat. As long as it doesn't try to sell me stuff based on that. Perhaps a driver training course.
Let me talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
Yeah. No, it doesn't do that.
That's so funny.
Zoran said, yo, yo, yo. Guess who's back from Costco?
Did you get anything good at Costco?
Let us know.
Do you remove cars from the list that are already reserved and purchased?
Yes.
Yes.
The second we know a customer with a deposit and a signed bill of sale, the name goes right onto that car.
Yep.
Weirdly specific question. Do you know how deep the UVC compartment is for the Santa Fe? Not off the top of my head. The next time we have one, I do have a measuring tape in my bag, so I can get that out. Is that random?
No, I was just reading a different
I thought you were laughing at me.
No,
okay.
no. Tim, I'm going to read it just because it's funny. Tim,
Ew.
what does it smell like inside that car? Herbal Essences shampoo, I bet.
Is that Zoran?
No, that's Abe.
Oh,
Abe and Zoran are similar.
Abe, how's business for you? You're at Lexus, right? Lexus
I'm not sure.
or Toyota.
Xander's drinks after work. See you there.
Is the Stinger dead?
Yes.
Worldwide. Sorry if this question's been asked already. Yes, it
Yes.
is, unfortunately. We love it.
Yep.
It's so sad that it's gone.
Let's see. Can you scroll up a little, Shar? I did see a question about any Kia Niro PHEVs coming in. So at this point, we have none.
no.
Niro PHEV, amazing car. Seriously amazing. So hard to get.
Yep.
So hard to get.
Here's one. In the Elantra, can the oh crap handle be removed? It kind of looks ugly, which is stopping me from buying the car. So what are you talking about when you talk about that?
they
'Cause
mean
I
the-
think of like this handle, but I'm assuming you're probably talking about the one in between the driver and the passenger.
Yeah, I don't think you can really
You can't
remove
touch
it.
that.
Not
Yeah.
easily, no.
No, I don't love that, if I'm being completely honest.
Will the list of upcoming vehicles be updated today? So when I checked it, it wasn't updated. But
My list is updated,
okay,
but our
well-
website is not because our owner is away.
on
Oh my
vacation.
goodness. He
So-
takes so much time off. He's literally visiting my sister.
Yeah. He'll be back Monday, so we'll have everything updated by then.
How much is a personalized plate number these days when you buy a new car?
I think they're like $300. I think it's
Yes.
I thought it
310.
was close to $400.
I think it's 310.
Yeah.
Because when
no,
I
you
got
one. Yeah, that's right. 007.
when I bought
Pat.
Pat's plates.
That was a nice Christmas gift.
Yeah, they're in his office.
Yeah.
License plates.
He makes good use out of them. Yeah, I want to
Yep.
get personalized plates. but
Yeah. Gab is fab.
Gab's too fab.
Gab's too fab.
Man,
What would you get, Uncle Tim?
nothing.
Timothy.
Timothy goes to school.
It's Tim time.
It's Tim time.
No, it's not happening.
All right, let's see.
Oh,
Oh
whoa,
boy.
whoa,
It
whoa,
just,
whoa, whoa,
everything
whoa, whoa,
refreshed
whoa,
just
whoa.
now.
Yeah,
we missed a
wow.
lot.
Holy. Ba. Okay.
I'm debating between the Ioniq 5 and 6. Besides styling and size, are there any big differences? Not really. So when it comes to features, both of them, if you're looking at the top model, you're going to get largely the same features. I would say really it will come down to the drive, which style you like the most of, which pricing makes more sense, and which availability makes more sense. So if there's no Ioniq 6s coming in the colors or trims that you want, maybe you go with the 5. But yeah, you do get a little bit more range in the 6 though, so that might be.
Yeah, that might be something.
Yeah.
Um,
When will Caviar Charlotte be performing launches again, and can we see it in the Dodge Dart? So the Dart has been sold.
The Dart is sold.
Sold.
We think it's a little coincidental that it's sold when we posted that video. We're not gonna say we sold it,
Yeah.
but it's coincidental for sure.
Oh boy.
When is the video on Hyundai feature walkthrough video coming? Is if there's a specific feature, there's a good chance we've already done it. If
Yep.
not, let us know which specific one you'd like to look at.
Thoughts on the new Mercedes AMG GT? Hold on, my eyes. Gotta reset them.
I didn't even know where you're reading that.
It's a marathon.
Oh,
Thoughts on the new
okay.
Mercedes AMG GT 63 SE. Woo! Guys, if I worked at a Mercedes dealership, I would have a struggle trying to name these cars. Can you imagine the videos?
Whoa.
I'm just trying to zoom in.
Oh no!
I messed it
Sorry,
up.
guys. We gotta.
Gotta watch the ad.
I guess this is a great time to point out, if you're watching this video live with us, please consider leaving us a like. It really helps our channel. Our $0 marketing budget will really appreciate that. And yeah, if you're watching this later on and you didn't get to ask us questions in real time, leave it down below and we can get to it.
Here you go, Timmy. Here's a question for you.
Oh.
I'm not a fan of SUVs or hatchbacks, but electric sedans aren't really common.
What about
about
Kia?
Kia?
Well, we were talking
Think
about
of our
that
lineup.
a couple days ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
What we're going to see in EV3, EV4, EV5, those platforms, and we talked about range. We're going to have different size batteries. We talked about the skateboard platform. We talked about ranges up to 720 kilometers, depending on battery sizes. So when we see those cars come out, obviously we're going to get the information to you right away. But I think we're going to see, in the next 5 years, we're going to see a huge shift in the Kia world to those type of platforms. And we know they're coming. We just don't get the information fast enough. Charlotte and I were on a worldwide
Kia
media site that they were speaking of in Korea, that they're driving these cars around right now. So if we get something with an EV3, EV4, EV5, there could be something that'll fit your budget, and whether it's hatchback, smaller car. I would think that in our market today, I think there's a room for a $35,000 to $40,000 car in an EV, and I think that would be great for our marketplace. And Kia's already has the platforms, so we know it's coming. Hope that answers your question.
Oh, my screen is getting into the camera. Sorry,
Yeah.
team.
Brian made a comment about highway drive assist just at the bottom. Showed that HDI can deactivate without warning or slowing down or beeping, and potential safety issues could potentially steer the vehicle into the guardrails. One of this is due to it not tracking the road. Yeah, so with any safety function, whether it's lane assist, highway drive assist, forward collision avoidance assist, certain things like just not being able to see the guidelines of the road, the lanes, or if your sensors are blocked with slush or whatever, it will deactivate. The fact that it didn't make any chime is a little bit strange, so I'm wondering if there was an issue there, because I do know whenever my vehicle can no longer detect the lane, it'll flash and then it can have a beep as well too. A couple of comments about the Tasman teasers. So we have seen them. I think it looks wicked.
I'm
Excited.
really excited about it. I'm
Yeah.
excited to learn more. Thanks so much for all your videos. Thanks for the channel. I've decided on a new Santa Fe XRT. Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Is there a way to track vehicles in transit? Not really.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
The second that they leave the factory, that's called VPC. They'll tell us that they're at sea, on rail, obviously coming from Monterrey, Mexico, some of the cars from West Point, Georgia. And then coming into the compound, we know we have a serial number. We try to get the cars here as fast as possible, and Kia Canada supports us on that. So whether it's rail, boat, what other way? Truck. All of our cars go to Trussler Road, which is
In the air.
Wolverton, just outside of Air.
Yeah.
So we know where our cars are, and just, hey, Kia Canada's doing their best to get the cars here.
That was about Hyundai specifically, but
And Hyundai.
But thank you.
Yeah, but
Well,
it's
Hyundai's
the
there
exact
too,
same.
yeah.
yeah.
Hyundai and Genesis is at the compound as well.
Asking for the 5th time, Charlotte, is your birthday March 3rd?
Yes. Yeah. Confirmed. I saw a question asking about dealer markup. How do I ask if there's an upcharge on the overall price of a car that I've waited a long time for? I've been on the wait list for a Sportage PHEV, but don't want to overpay at the Kia dealership. If they're going to charge you any type of market adjustment fee, run. Don't pay it.
It's just really frustrating if you've been waiting for a year, 2 years, and then,
Yeah.
because,
Well, we have had price increase. and
Yeah,
we've had
so-
freight increases, but if they're trying to charge you a market adjustment
Yeah.
of $5,000, yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah. It's not
disappointing.
cool. It's super disappointing.
Yeah.
oh boy.
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
Paul.
thank you. That is very nice of you.
Thank you very much,
nice of you.
Paul.
We should have made the marketing budget comment earlier. Paul is single-handedly.
Yeah.
Thank
you very much, Paul. We're very much grateful
he's
for
taking
you.
care of the chocolate budget too, so that's the best part.
Yeah, oh my
Listen.
goodness.
Yeah.
Do we do any physical paperwork?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sure.
Would love to hear more about social media manager job desk. Well, we can't show you our desk, but
Yeah.
do you guys do any physical or paperwork? Yeah, so typically when customers come to pick up their cars, me and Charlotte handle the deliveries quite often. We'll go over the paperwork, go over the features of the vehicle, and then we also film throughout the day and monitor comments, respond to our social media as well too. So
Yeah.
any sort
So
of
we do some desk stuff.
Yeah.
But really, it looks like we're on our phones all day, but we are working.
yes, or responding because we get a lot of inquiries from our Instagrams too, right? Asking about like test drives or features. So we'll do that. Let's see, market pricing, just go online and price her out. And always be prepared to be, oh no, car for me, I guess. Yeah. So that's easy to say, I guess, if the car is in stock
Yeah.
and you're there to buy it. But if you've been waiting 2 years and they throw that on,
It
you-
is
you
hard to
waited,
walk away.
right? It's a difficult situation.
I think we made a decision 4 years ago that we would not get into this market adjustment. We would not add things to a vehicle saying it came from the factory that
Yeah.
way. So you know that if you're dealing with a salesperson or sales management or the dealership itself, they should be fully transparent. And I would say 99% of Kia, Hyundai stores are that way. But unfortunately, you've got the other side of the, right?
I think
Yeah.
it's
No, that's the
unfortunate
unfortunate
because
part.
you
Yeah.
hear more so about the negative than you do
Yes.
necessarily about people who aren't. Yeah.
Well,
disappointing.
we've all had the comments where we see people in the grocery store, we see people at restaurants, we see people in the movie theaters because this is a small town. And for weird things, when you get on an airplane and you're flying to Miami, You run into people that
That's so relatable.
you work. No, but it's
Yeah, I do that
it's-
every weekend.
It literally happened to me when Kim and I were flying.
Yeah, we
that-
know you go to Florida a lot.
No, but it's the car business is such a small world, and our customer base is. We're very transparent here. That I ran into a guy that I used to work for Subaru 20 years ago, and he was in a seat behind me in the plane. So that's the smallness of the car business. So, when we talk about market adjustment and things along that lines, these are real people selling cars, right? And we work in a car dealership that
Are you a real person?
sometimes, yeah, not
He's there.
I'm here, but that's the truth of it.
All right, we're at about the 30-minute mark.
Yes.
So
we
this
should
has been quite the yap sesh.
Yes. Of
Good
course,
questions.
I'll just tease what's coming on Sunday. So we have a podcast episode dropping at 9 a.m.?
Yeah.
9 a.m. and it's about automotive hot takes. We're discussing some hot topics. Love them or hate them. It's something to talk about. We hope to see you guys on that podcast episode. You can watch on YouTube or wherever you stream your podcast. In the meantime, again, if you watched all the way through,
Congratulations.
yes, that's
Good for you.
dedication. That is really good. And Tim, anything you'd like to say?
Have a great weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all have to use our hands here.
Yes. We're very expressive. All right. With that being said, take care. Have a good rest of your day and weekend. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.